Welcome once again, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Thank you. Welcome to the Crew family. Now, we'll be having a motivational session this evening with our beloved.
Hi, I'm Rosette James Smith, Associate Counseling Psychologist, and I am also the Guidance Counselor at the Sharpe Teachers College.
Great. So, this evening, our topic is staying connected. So, we will be having a discussion with you. So feel free to come on in and let us have a chat. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. We'll definitely communicate with you and we'll all give our opinion on what we think about this topic. All right? Thumbs up this video and share us out. Let us all have a talk. All right? Thank you. So, as you can see, our topic is staying connected to the source. And as I said, we will be both doing a dialogue on staying connected to the source. So, uh, our beloved guest that's here with us, she's going to talk to you on staying connected to the source.
All right, welcome everyone, and it's great to be here this nice Sunday evening.
Sorry. Rowan Barrett says the connection is freezing up. We can't have that now, can we? Let me know if it's continuing so we can make some form of adjustment. Excuse me for a minute. Let me check something and see what's going on. I'm sorry about that. All right. Please let us know. Please, guys, tell us if we're still freezing. You still having that issue? Hello, good evening. Hi, Jonte. How are you doing? Jonte, please tell us if we're still freezing. All right. We need a little help to know if we're still freezing. All right. All right. So we can go ahead and continue.
All right, so I want to just welcome everyone that's here, all those persons who are here from Unity Hall Open Bible Church. I shall big up to you all. And I know we have some guests who are joining from the Sharpe Teachers College and from the Jamaica Association of Guidance Counselors in Education. It's a pleasure to have you all here on the Crew Family channel. Now, we are talking today about connecting to the source, and of course, we have another special guest with our channel, and our channel is maintaining our topic because she knows where her source of happiness is, right, Archana? She knows that she wants to stay connected, and so Archana is not going to allow this to go on without her getting her connection. But I want you to look at these flowers here. Now, these flowers were picked today, and they were picked because they were so beautiful. Yes, they were picked because they were so nice. I mean, they were so plush and they were so enjoyable to look at. But by the time Arlene put them up here to provide the decoration for the live, they had gone because they were not getting the type of juice, the type of sustenance that they wanted anymore. That they not only that they wanted, that they needed. And a lot of us in times like this that is happening to us. When we're feeling kind of dried up, we're feeling like nothing is working. We feel like, boy, what am I going to do? I just feel empty. I just feel like nothing is happening for me. And that's real. That's real. That's life. That's what's happening to this poor plant now. I'm sorry I never seen it before. It was so nice. But it's COVID catching. Right? It's just not connected to the source anymore. No, we are talking about our Heavenly Father source, but other sources too, other connections, because there are a lot of different sources that we have that we get our fulfillment from. And staying connected is very important. It's very important to all of us. It's very important.
Excuse me.
Right? No, staying connected is important for different reasons. This plant would have been flourishing because it was connected. This plant was among persons. This plant was among friends. This plant was in the soil that it wanted. This plant was getting its source from above. It was getting the sunlight. It was getting water from the rain. And it was getting nutrients from the dirt that it was in. But all of that is gone. All of that is gone. Though there are some of us who have been locked in our houses. Some persons are afraid to go to church. Some persons are afraid for the different situations that you have to face. You're just afraid. And so because of that, the type of connections that you used to have are just not there anymore. But it's not time to give up. There are other ways that we can stay connected. Now let's start with church. Some persons, you're afraid. Because some persons at church just believe they must still hug up and believe they must kind of take off their mask sometimes and believe they must do different ways. And some people scared, yes, and so some people just prefer staying online. But I know the online just don't feel the same. And so because of that, you have some persons who kind of just lose the connection. You're just not feeling the type of relationship you used to have with God. You're just not feeling as connected to the source as before. So the devotion life gone down. You don't have the regular thing again. We are going out to Bible study and that and different things that used to just keep you going. Different things that used to just keep you don't have it anymore. But the important thing is to find a way to decide that this situation is not going to stop me from keeping connected. And so I'm going to have to think about how I can keep connected. How can I keep connected to the source and different sources that I have? So you might not be able to go to church every Sunday or every Saturday, but you might decide that, okay, I'm going to go even twice per month. One thing I would tell you, go early. As when you go early, you get to choose your seat. So you get a certain comfort, you get certain levels of comfort, right? Now, some persons have the cloth mask, but this time you're wearing it a little longer. So I would suggest the mask that you can, the more breathable one, right? The disposable one is more breathable, so it can last a little longer. So you can sit in church and you can benefit from what is going on. But then you go home. How is the devotion life? How many of us are spending time with God? How many of us are spending time in prayer? How many of us are making that personal connection? That doesn't need anybody around. That's your time with God. That connection keeps you going. That connection helps with every other area. That personal connection where you stay close to God, where you say, God, help me to move forward. Help me to be close to you. And where we draw from God. Just like how this plant draw from the different things that kept it going. And now it's dead. When we cut off our connection, that's what happens to us. We feel dry. We feel empty. We feel like, boy, things are just not going the way we want. But it's not the end. We don't have to give up. You might start small and you say, okay, I'm going to just read one verse today. Or it might be you have some little things that they send out, some little things that normally you just delete some good morning things. You might start here, right? Start small. Don't give yourself this big challenge to say, I'm reading off a whole chapter and then you feel discouraged when it doesn't work. No, start small, one step at a time, and then you move closer and closer in your relationship. Have that type of connection. Have that type of connection where you can say, yes, that we can't bother. Something happen and we cannot manage what we're going to do. Where you can just talk to God and feel free to be open to Him. That type of connection where you can say, yes, God, God, you're my daddy, you're my friend, my bro. Them say school fee for pay. I'm going to know what to do, God. Help me. Talk to me. That connection is important. No, they say no man is an island, and loneliness is not a pretty thing. But that personal connection helps you to know that guess what you are never alone. Can you imagine? Never alone. So that connection with God is important. And that is really up to you. Don't stress yourself if you're not getting it how you want. Step by step. And little by little. And I can share my personal experience. When my mom died, I I wouldn't say I was mad with God. No, I understood the process, but I didn't feel like talking to God as much. And so yes, I would say the basic prayer and so, but how I used to talk to God, that just wasn't coming easy for me. And I realized it was causing me to get discouraged, and sometimes causing me to feel kind of empty. But little by little, I realized just by step by step, little by little, because He's a source that never fails. And so that connection is important. That connection. So don't give up, even when it's hard. Don't give up on your connection with your source, God. Don't give up, because He has not given up on us. That's awesome, isn't it? To know that there's a powerful being as God that's looking out for you, that's looking out for your best interest, that wants to see you do well, that wants to see you succeed, that wants to see you prosper. Because He wants you to prosper and have good success, not just ordinary success, not just any little dibby thing, good success. We also have to have the connection to friends. That's important. Where we kind of, you know, mix up with friends. So, and that is where things like the phone become important, and you make connections because you are human. So it's not time to lock up yourself. You don't want to dry up like this dry up thing. Now don't work. You have to have the connection. You text somebody and say, you know, when you chat people, you can talk about your business and what you want. And so tell them what's going on with you. Find out what's going on with them. Connect. You know how much people would want somebody to just text them to say, boy, how things. You know how much people would want somebody to just text them to say how you do. Even me sometimes. No, you can text me sometimes. To just check on me. To just say, oh, oh everything going alright. Just check to see how. So that connection is important. Stay connected, right? Now we have different things. We have school, we have work. How are you going to stay connected? How are you going to stay connected to the different areas? Some people are the school children. I know some of you are having problems staying connected to the schoolwork. Don't. It's hard, don't?
Yes.
Yes, and stressful. And some of your parents, talk to my parents with this online thing. And you have to check if the homework is right where you can do by the time
Yes.
to check it. You can't say no, say never write off the work of the homework of the board.
And funny you should mention that because I hear a lot of like voice notes going around, and you know those things can be tampered with. But you hear stuff like, I can't bother with this anymore, miss, I'm tired of this.
Yes.
And you hear that children will eventually come off the class and they will go and play some games or they will go and watch something different from the class because they find it frustrating. So we've seen that, we've heard that. The social media platform has put that out there, so we have an idea that that's what's going on. And it's life in general. Also, I see where people were saying, yes, it's still freezing. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure. Let me check again. Uh, just give me a brief moment. Let me check again. All right.
Really sorry about the freezing. That's why I say the word connection. So some of this source thing is real thing. But
Yes.
sometimes it's so we feel like we're freezing. Don't.
Yes.
It's so we feel like things just not going how we want.
Yes.
You just feel stuck. And guess what? It is time to get unstuck. It is time to get back that connection. And we talk about connection with God. Talk about the connection with people moving around. And I want to share one term that I learned from Les Brown and other speakers. OQP. Only quality people. Know who you're staying connected to. Some of us staying connected to persons who are pulling us down. Don't that it? Hmm?
That's true.
Some people stay connected to people who are telling you negative things.
It's true.
And so because of that, you just feel dry up. You just feel because every time you tell them something, they tell them that it can't work.
Yes.
It can't work. That can't happen. Careful who you're staying connected to.
Yes. That's
Careful
important.
who your source is. Because your source determines what happens.
Yes.
Know what you want. Know what you want out of your life. Careful when you're staying connected to. This is connected still, you know. It's connected. It is not by itself. But what is it connected to? How is the connection helping it to move forward? How are your connections helping you? Some people connected to some negative people that just tear you down. Just tear you down. Some people who just say, that's not going to work. That's not going to happen. Foolishness that. You need people around you, OQP, who are telling you, try. Don't give up. Push harder. It can happen for you. Just try. You need people who are pushing you, not the people who are saying, but. There's a saying that says, but is something that must be buried. He said, don't allow but to keep you in the bleachers looking at the game of life.
Also, one thing I've heard about but is that usually what comes after a but is either something hard or something negative. Two things that comes after a but, something hard or something negative.
And we know that if you allow negative things and hard things to stop you, you're not going to move.
Right.
It's that thing called fear. It holds us back.
That's true.
And fear, what it does is sever your connection, cut your connection, cripple you
Yes.
from your connection.
Yes.
But that is why you have to stay connected. You see that rope when somebody is climbing to the top? You see, fear, they're going to keep looking back. And they're going to keep looking at the butt. And they're going to keep thinking of why it can't work. But when you stay connected, when you're looking to the source, and when you're saying that is where I must go, I must achieve that, I must get that degree, I must pass those maths exams, I must reach that goal, I must get closer to God, I must. It keeps you going. That staying connection, that pushing yourself and getting yourself to where you want to go. It is up to you. God is there to help us. God is there to make sure that we push and go ahead. But you have to open the door.
Yes.
You have to let him in and allow him. There are persons who are there to help you too. Persons who you can talk to. Some of you have counselors at your schools. or other places that you have persons that you can relate to, but some persons allow that fear word
Yes.
to keep them back. They go chat me business, they're not going to help me, they're not going to push, and you don't try.
Yes.
And you lose the connection that you're supposed to have.
So true.
And the biggest connection is the connection to yourself. Some of us lose what we want in life
Yes.
because we don't remember our goals, our dreams. We don't remember what we wanted to push towards.
Yes.
And that is where children win every time. Because the children will tell you they want to be lawyer. They want to be, you have some children who have 5 different professions. They want to be fireman, they want to be police, they want to be soldier, they want to be teacher, they want to be dressmaker, they want to be mechanic.
That's
All
true.
at the same time.
Yes.
All at the same time.
That's true.
But guess what? As we go older, we start to think of, boy, why this can't work? This can't work because of that, and we kill our dreams.
That's true.
We
It's us that
kill
kill
our
our
dreams.
dreams. It's us.
We
We stop
kill our
believing in
dreams.
ourselves.
Stop
And
believing.
sometimes somebody says something negative to us and we
Yes.
listen. Because I know in my heart of hearts that I am a teacher. Not only that, but I've been told that so many times in my growing up, people just started
Yes.
assuming that I'm a teacher when they're speaking to me. And one of my very close teacher friends said something to me once about teaching. And I think that just, I think it knocked me harder than I thought it did. Because it's the only thing that I reflect on that was hard or negative that came to me regarding teaching. And I weighed it. And that person is a teacher, was a teacher, and still is. And so when she said it wasn't meant to hurt me, I still had my own choice. I could make my choice. It's not like she was making a choice for me. So the determining factor was not what she said to me, but I looked to her. So when you have persons around you that you value, you're going to value their word. And especially because she's in that field, I am going to take her word strong. I didn't take it lightly. So she did say something about it, about it being stressful. Do you want to die from stress and underpaid? And she laughed about it. She laughed about it because she was genuinely just making a joke. But I took it very hard because I really pondered. Do I really want to take on this stress for real? But I knew in my heart of hearts that I was a teacher and I always wanted to be one. Always.
That is why we have to be careful. You see those connections? We have to be careful what we stay connected on, who we stay connected to. Because there are people, we call them dream killers. You cannot allow a dream killer to be your source. You cannot afford to stay connected to a dream killer.
And you see, I'm happy that you mentioned that because my teacher friend, she wasn't even a dream killer. You see that? She was just a friend and she was giving me good advice. From coming from her, it was good advice. Which means that I must be connected to another source. And it's going to keep me in line and keep me focused and keep me driven on my dream, on my goals, on the things that are important to me. I have to know what I want for me. So when I map things out, yes, I can listen to someone else's suggestion. I can feed from someone else's fruit tree, but I need to know when to chew up the words and spit out the germs. I need to know what to take from a conversation and what to leave. I need to know that I'm holding on to my source and tightly so that each little wave come and knock you, you don't just knock out of line because you're not gripping as firm as you should to your source. So it may not appear as somebody trying to be bad. It doesn't have to be outright negative, hurtful, or rude. It doesn't have to be somebody outright saying, stop, no, don't go. And you know you have those naysayers who just that. But it doesn't have to be that way.
Yes.
It can be very subtle, in a gentle, humble comment that can change your mind and change your life forever. For example, I had a beloved dear friend. She's dear to me. Hi, Ashley. Thank you so much for coming in, Sugar. I appreciate you coming in. Good evening, beautiful ladies. Thank you. True. Brit. Hey, thanks for coming, Brit. So I had a beloved dear friend. I and she got pregnant before going to college. And she turned to me and she said, "Ali, do you believe that someone can still go to college after getting pregnant?" And my answer was, "Yes, of course. Moving and ready to get her back on the horse to ride. Go on, move. Push the bicycle. Your life doesn't have to stop here because you're pregnant. No. Your life doesn't end because you've had a child. No. Still pursue your dreams. Still go for what you want today." She's enrolled in college and she's doing very well. And she still has her baby. And she's sending her baby to school and she's taking care of her child. She's also taking care of herself. You want to make sure that you are keeping focus on what you want. You want to ensure that your goals are in sight. You don't lose them. Stay connected to your source so that you can see what's ahead of you. Go ahead, Auntie.
Stay connected to the source is important, and we cannot stress that enough. And as Arlene said, it's important to hold on to the right source so that when the naysayers and when the persons come, they don't just push you and push you, but you can stay grounded and know that this is what I want. So the only way to stay grounded is to believe in yourself.
Yes.
Because if you don't believe in yourself, anybody comes can convince you in what they think is best for you. And as Marlene said, it's not somebody who's coming to say bad to you, but you have to know what you want. And somebody else might not see the vision that you have. The important thing is that you believe in the vision and push towards it.
That's true.
There are some things that God shows us that He doesn't show anybody else
Yes.
because it's your thing and He wants you to work towards it. So you cannot give up because somebody says it cannot work. Suppose I had said that, boy, there are too many guidance counselors in Jamaica, so I am not going to go to look at job as a guidance counselor, or they're not hiring guidance counselors. I have been now in counseling over 20 years, and there are persons who are training now who are hearing the same thing, and they leave, and sometimes they might have to wait, but when they get the job, they know that, yes, this is where I wanted to be. You have to know what you want. There are some persons now who are at college or at universities or at different places studying things that their heart is not with. You have to stay connected to what you want. Your dream is important. You need to touch yourself and believe that your dream is important. Believe that your dream is important. Believe in what you want because you are important. And the things about you are important. It's important. Your goal is important. It is important. You have to push towards it. It's not going to be easy sometimes to stay connected to what you believe in, to stay connected to believing in yourself, to stay connected and stay focused on what you want. But you have to know that nothing is going to distract you. There's this saying that I always use in my talks, and I said, no matter how hard it looks, and I got it from Les Brown too, no matter how hard it looks or how hard it gets, I am going to make it. And you have to keep reminding yourself that no matter how hard it looks or how hard it gets, I am going to make it. You have to keep telling yourself because, yes, that financial problem is going to come. You can't give up. You have to find a way, a legal way, please. But you have to find a way. There are a lot of persons who will tell you that, oh, don't take student loan and don't do this and that. And some of those persons who are saying it, they took it. Yes, they might have taken a little while. Some persons pay it back easy. But they have their degrees and not think about that part. They have their qualifications. So you're going to sit down at home and say, boy, I'm not taking no student loan, and then you don't have what you want. Take it and move into what you want. Don't let anything hold you back. Get what you want. Move into what you want. There are so many persons now who are living in regret because they didn't stay connected to their dream. They didn't stay connected to what they want. I don't want you to be one of those persons who live in regret. Some persons might have waited and you might not have pushed towards what you want. Guess what? It's time. It's time to go after what you want. It's time to push for what you want. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. If I saw a lady on here on WhatsApp that got married when she was 91, I think. And for her, she never thought it was too late. So for your dream, it is not too late. So that book that you're thinking of writing, it's time to write it now. That song, that thing that you're thinking of producing, it's time to do it. Don't give up on your goal. Sometimes you might not be sure of yourself. Find somebody else who believes in you and hold on to their belief in you. Hold on to what they say about you. So they say, yes, you can speak, yes, you can do it. And that, hold on to that. Stick to that person. Allow that person to help to motivate you and push you and get you where you want to go. Because you see where you want to go? It's possible. It's possible to achieve that goal. It's possible to achieve that dream. It's possible. Remember, we stay connected to our source. We stay connected to our source who is God. We stay connected to the persons around us who motivate us and push us. I remember the term OQP, only quality people. There's a saying that says you must not allow dead people to stay in your space because dead people will pull you down to the grave. You don't want to go to the grave before it's your time. So stay focused and stay ready. Be ready to push. Be ready to go after what you want. Do not give up. Don't give up. It's your time to shine. It's your time to move forward. It's your time to achieve that goal, that dream, that new idea that you have to share at work. It's your time. That new idea that you have to share with your friends, that new business idea that you have. Push, don't let somebody else take the idea and just run with it. You work on it. You push with it. You get it done. Believe in the power of me. Believe in your power. Believe you can do it. Because guess what? You can. You have what it takes. You have what it takes to get it done. You have what it takes to move forward. You have what it takes to stay connected to your dream. You have what it takes to stay connected to your goal. Do not give up. Do not give up. Stay connected. Believe that you can do it. Believe in yourself. And connect to the persons. There's another saying that says, don't allow somebody's opinion of you doesn't have to be your reality. And those others who listen to Les Brown know that yes, I'm a Les Brown fan. Les Brown for me. Yes. Some persons have said some things to you that are like putting you down. Someone's opinion of you does not have to be your reality. So that person that's saying that it's foolishness that you're doing, that person that is saying that it don't make sense you go college or it don't make sense you study or you don't have no head, that person that is telling you that you're wasting your time is not the voice that you need to stay connected to.
That's true.
It's not the voice you need to stay connected to. If it's one voice telling the positive, or if it's you alone, you're big enough and strong enough to believe in yourself. Hold on to what you want. Hold on to your dreams. Hold on to your values. Believe in yourself. Push for yourself. A lot of persons who are doing well now, if they had given up, it would not have worked. So stay close to your dreams. Stay close to what you want. And remember your source. Stay connected. Stay connected to God. Stay connected to OQP, only quality people. And stay connected with your dreams, your goals, and get to where you want. It is possible. You have what it takes. It's possible.
So true. I see some comments coming in, so thank you so much, Angela. Let's pause and take them. So hey, everyone, it's freezing. However, we can hear it clearly. So let us listen, as this is very good information. So true. Also, One cannot sit there saying, when I have money, I will step to my dream. The money will never come, and a next year pass, and another year until we forget our dreams. It is never too late. Step to it now. Good, Ashley. And God will handle the rest. Just trust Him. I totally agree with these comments. I appreciate you guys participating, and this is so true. You wanna not put off for tomorrow what you can do today. You want to not delay your dreams. You want to not delay your plans. You want to not put the things that will satisfy you on the back burner and push them aside so much so that you may never pursue them. Because at the end of the day, when you do not build you, it's going to affect you negatively. It doesn't matter how you want to look at it. One way or the other, it's going to affect you negatively. Because sometimes we want to go at our dreams, you want to go at the things that we're aspiring to achieve out of life in order to become self actualized. And when you are not feeling confident in who you are, when you are not loving the you who you have become, when you feel like you are short, you are not going to be able to give anybody anything in full when you feel inadequate. So you're going to give out of inadequacy. You are going to be limited, and so what you're going to give, it is going to lack. It's going to be limited. Do you get what I'm saying, people? So when you fail to develop yourself, you fail to have enough for you and also for others because you're also robbing others as well as you're robbing yourself. Staying connected to the source helps you to stay focused on what you want and where you're going. So I'm happy that we're doing this topic, and I'm happy that Ashley made that comment about looking at the current physical situation to say, well, I don't have any money today, and so I cannot make any plans to do something that is going to take monetary focus. No, we put plans in place that's going to cause a turnaround for us. Because if we start accepting things the way we are, the way it is rather, then we're not going to be making a change for ourselves. What if the situation doesn't change tomorrow? What if the situation does not change next week? What if 2 years' time the situation remains the same? So let's say you choose to use this lack, this state of only having $100 to buy one bag of bag juice. Let's say you choose to sell that bag of bag juice, and let's say you make $240 from the bag juice. Let's say you use that 200 and invest in a bag of bag juice plus a bag of sweetie. Let's say you only buy another bag of bag juice, you still would have had a profit, right? If you're turning your money is increasing. Once you're putting it out there and you're selling a product, it is increasing, so you're getting more back. The only way your life can change is if you're putting positive out there to get it multiplied in the positive light. You don't want to put negative out there because that negative will be coming back multiplied. You want to put something that when something is in the can, it will be pressed down, shaken together, and running over. If the can is empty, you're gonna have emptiness pressed down, shaped down, and running over. So you want to keep yourself full. You want to keep yourself rich by staying connected to the source. Now the source have to be a power source. The source have to be something positive. The source have to be something or someone that's motivating you. The source have to be like electricity that I need now to charge my phone because it's telling me that the battery is gonna die soon. The source have to be like a power bank so I can now plug it in while we talk to you. The source have to be, you know how strong the voltage of electricity is? Do you think you can just go ahead and just touch it and just sit normal like I'm sitting down now smiling? If electricity should shock you, we're gonna make a gesture that's going to be so, you know, frightenful because it would have impacted you in such a manner that it would have allowed you to feel the surge of energy throughout your entire body. When you're connected to a source, you're going to stay on the path, you're going to stay rejuvenated, you're going to keep your goals in sight, you're going to continue to be goal oriented. Why? Because you're always in this knowingness of what you want. You're not confused about it and you're not wondering what to do. You know exactly where you're going. So if there's a roadblock, you're gonna know that you need to go to someone. You're gonna go to that someone and you're gonna talk to that someone. And if that someone does not provide you with the outcome you so desire, you're gonna move to another someone and you're gonna keep the process going. Why? Because you know that giving up is not an option. You know that turning back is not the way. You know that it's only going forward. That's the focus. And so you're gonna seek to find a person that's gonna help you. You're going to seek to find a counselor at the school just in case you're facing some difficulty with this month's payment. You're going to seek to find the counselor just in case you want to get some uh, student loan to pay for your tuition. And say, how best do I go about dealing with this? You're going to want to go to the registrar to find out, do you guys have any form of documents that I can sign up here to get a loan because I really don't have this money, but I know that I want to be a teacher. I know that I want to be whatever it is that you want to do. You know that you want to pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue. So you're not gonna be now sitting at home saying, I want to do this, but I can't because, and it's no longer I wanted to be a teacher, but it's no longer something negative that's coming out of your mouth. This is now you seeking ways forward. Why? Because you're connected to a source. You're connected to someone telling you, go on, push, go ahead. You're connected to that voice. You're connected to that sound that is telling you, push, on, go ahead. The words does not have to be literally those, but you know when you're hearing no, and you know also when you're hearing yes. You know the difference between the two. So it may not come in the form of no, do not do this, or yes, go ahead. But when you're hearing a no, you need to listen clearly and carefully exactly where it's coming from and why it's being said. And you need to be connected to your source. So you know if you need to listen to this no or you need to turn that no into a yes. Let me take these comments as well. Sharita Austin. I'm here anticipating some powerful wise and positive food of thought from my dynamic and powerhouse, great counselor Rosette James Smith. And I'm so happy. I'm happy that you're enjoying the information, the food. Food for thought, great. Yes, we know it's counselor, thanks. CRP Films, hello. Shout out to you, Sharita Austin. Great. Thank you guys for tuning in. We do appreciate. Keep the comments coming in. We do appreciate it.
And
Let us love this phone in.
just want to say, I know we're coming on near to the end, but just want to give some reminders. This quote says, never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Stay focused. The connection is important. You are important. You are important. And this one says humans are social beings and we are happier and better when we are connected to others. So all those persons who have been like missing person, remember it's time to contact somebody. It's time to touch base with somebody. We're not so busy that you can't talk to somebody. Some of us is just work, work, work. And we just tired when we are finished. Call somebody, man. Chat. Stay connected. Stay connected. Right? It's important. This one says, talking about God. When we stay connected with God, these are the best days. The importance of staying connected. It is important, right? This says, if connectedness is the chief difference between rural and urban areas, then broadband technology and other communication have to rise. So these things, vehicles are just sometimes something I have always just felt connected to. Some persons are connected to different things, but the important thing is the connection. Who are you connected to? What are your connections doing for you? Are your connections lifting you? the places and the people that you are connected to, are they pulling you down or are they lifting your spirits?
Mhm.
Are they helping you to reach where you want to reach? I can't say too much.
Mhm.
Watch your connections.
Yes.
There are some people, there is a button on the phone that there are some people that's the only button we need to use for them. It's a red button. And so when a call is coming in, you have a red button and you have a green button.
Mhm.
There are some people we need to have as our red button people. Decline. Decline. Because you are not somebody I want to stay connected to. You're not lifting me. You're not moving me forward. You're not pushing me where I want to go.
Mhm.
Or even if I press accept for you, I know that I am not connected to you. I am not accepting you because I'm polite. I'm not accepting the negativity that you're coming with.
Yes.
I'm not going to allow you to pull me down.
Yes.
I'm not going to give you that power over me. Eleanor Roosevelt says only you can give someone permission to cause you to feel inferior.
So true.
So pull yourself, stay connected to yourself, know what you want out of life, and work towards it. Nobody has the power to stop you from achieving your dreams. Nobody has the power to break your connections with the things that you want out of life. Nobody.
It's true.
So just keep the connection going. Keep the connection alive. Stay connected. There are some of us who there are some chances. There's a saying that says, leap and grow your wings on the way down. So some of us, there are some chances that we need to take with that connection to keep that connection going. Because that dream is dying. You're not going to allow that dream to die. Take the risk. Take the chance. If it is something that you believe in, a lot of the things you know they can work, it's time to give it a try. It's time to give it a try. That connection, don't give up. Don't break the connection in yourself because guess what? That's important for you. That's important. So don't break the connection. Stay connected. Stay connected. Connected to the source, God. Connected to OQP, only quality people. And connected to you. Your beliefs, your goals, your dreams. Miles Monroe says the richest place in the world is the cemetery, the grave. Don't allow your ideas and your dreams to end up in the cemetery. Live full, die empty. Live full, die empty. Die knowing that you have achieved your goals. Die knowing that, yes, I have offered and I've done what I came here to do. I've offered what I came here to offer. I have made the connections that I want to make. All the people I wanted to network with, I didn't allow fear to hold me back. I made the connections and I kept the connections. It's time for your life to start living. A lot of us are alive, but we are like the walking dead. We're not living. It's time to live.
True.
It's time to step forward.
Rise
It's
up
time to
and live.
move forward.
Yes.
And if nobody's pushing you, push yourself. You
Self-motivation.
don't have to wait on
Self-motivation.
somebody to push you. Push yourself. Get with it. Get going because what you have to offer is important.
Yes.
And what you have to offer, the world needs it. And it needs it from you.
Mhm.
I just want to thank Arlene for the opportunity to be here this evening. And I know our time is almost up.
Mhm.
And so I just want to say to you, live your dreams. And remind you to go after your goals. Go after what you want. Stay connected to the right people, the right source, and the right things. That connection is important.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And these are some very true and positive words coming to us from our beloved Rosette James Smith, Associate Counseling and the Consulting Psychologist and Guidance Counselor at the Sharpe Teachers College. I'm really grateful to have her on this platform with us, and I'm sure that you enjoy enjoy all this food for the thought, as Carbar just stated. Thank you for coming in, Carbar. Guys,
Hi,
feel
Curly.
free to hit that thumbs up button. And yes, you're right. This is indeed insightful and it is food for the thought because I heard her saying one thing. Do you know how many persons are out there just waiting for you to ring their phone and saying, "Hi, how are you doing?" Not the one where you say, "Hi, how are you? I'm calling to find out if," no. Not the one where, "Hi, how are you? I'm just texting to say," no. "Good morning. Do you?" No. Not the one where you need something for you, but you're being polite by first saying, "How are you?" Not that one. The one where when you say it, that individual knows exactly what you're asking and that someone can genuinely pour out to you and you are readily available to be poured into. How many of us do that? Sometimes we really get too busy to have any time to hear someone's cry, to hear someone's, to feel their pain or to know what they're going through because we're not connecting to them. Sometimes we want to, give a listening ear to someone who might be saying something that you're not hearing. And let me see what Carbar says. Hi, hi. And Sharita Austin says, powerful. I logged on the right time. You were speaking to me, Madame Rosette. It warms my heart to know that someone out there somewhere can be reached by this information, Keegan Hendricks. Thank you for the thought provoking words of wisdom. I'm so happy that you're here on TV. We do appreciate you being here with us. And guys, you can feel free to listen to it from the beginning just in case you came in late. Because what our beloved Aunt Rosette said to us is really, really insightful and it is indeed food for the thought. You want to stay connected to the source. And she was pointing out to us about these plants. They're no longer connected to the source. They were looking radiant. They were looking extremely beautiful. But guess what? We picked them. Somebody picked them. And from that person picked them. Ta-da! This is what happened. There is no hanging down. They were looking up and they were blooming. They were so beautiful, but their head no hanging down because someone ripped them from the source. You're no longer connected to the source. You're not getting any food. You're not getting any nourishment. What do you think will happen? Do you think they're going to stay looking like this? They're going to continue growing and booming? No. This is the beginning of downfall. This is the beginning of death. They're literally going to die. And she also made another excellent point that there are a lot of people walking around dead inside. Why? Because they were killed from childhood, they were killed from youth, they were killed from young adulthood. They have been killed since they become an adult. They have been killed inside or they killed themselves. They doesn't even realize that they are dead within because they have failed to connect themselves to a source. You need to do self-check. Do it on a regular. You may not remember to do it daily. You may not remember to do it weekly. You may not even remember to do it monthly, but at least twice out of the year. 6 months. Give yourself 6 months to shine. And if you wake up after 6 months and realize that you have some dead cells on your body, go and get some charcoal soap. Shower with it. They say wash the face with it. I say exfoliate the entire body. Exfoliate the skin and come back looking radiant. You wanna put some water on the stove. You don't have the Aunt Katie would be best able to tell me what that bath is that you put your foot in. And give yourself a spa. Yes, I think it's called a spa. Pour it in a bath that you have at home and sit and put your foot in the warm water. You can get some baking soda that's not very expensive. I think you can get one for about $200. Pour it in that water and soak your feet. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself to going to the beach. Jamaica is one of the wealthiest country in terms of our natural resources. The beach, and it's rarely used by us. I think it's used by tourists more than we use our resources here. Go to the beach where you're capable of doing so. Just lay in the water, just float for a moment, walk in the sun. That's therapy. Sit and let the waves come and wash up on your body. enjoy looking out at the beautiful ocean. Shift your focus and ensure that you're in line with something. Become goal oriented. You may not be focused today and you may have no goals in sight as we speak, but it's not the end of the world. I've learned from I was at a tender age that once there's a life, there is hope. And if you have just one glimmer of hope, I'm hopeful for you. I know that you will make it. I know you can make it. I believe in you. So guess what? The only work that you have to do now is to believe in yourself. You see, once you believe in yourself, there's nothing that can hold you back from doing what you know that you will need to do. Because guess what? You're not going to become unsure anymore. You're going to know exactly what the next move is if you start believing in yourself. So once again, we want to say thank you so much to our beloved Aunt Rosette. This is a woman that wears so many hats, and I don't know how she ensures that they all fit her. She's really, really sweet. I have known her for a long time, and the only fault I find with her is that she's pretty much perfect in my eyes. She's one of the sweetest, most dearest sweetheart you could ever find. And I'm not just saying this because she's in front of me, because look, I can turn my back to her and say the same thing. Yes, people. I've enjoyed her. She's a mother. She's a friend. And even a grandma. You saw my baby just now? Yes. To my baby. Grandmother from another mother. Yes. So, guys, I'm really, really, really elated to have her here with us. We won't take her for granted, and let us not take her kind words of wisdom for granted either. Because what she's saying is very important, and it's truly amazing that someone will sit here and share such valuable information with us. And it's truly amazing that these words are abundant and full of life, and we can use them to make ourselves better individuals. We can use them to develop on ourselves. We can use them to make that start. We can use them to ignite that fire and shine like the bright light we are with it, because we are. Keely and Hendrik says, real talk, sissy poo. We need to live. Stop waiting on others to celebrate us and treat yourself so, so true. Carbar, you're right. Yes, Aunt Lady. It is so true. We tend to wait on our beloved church members to plan a beach trip, and then we all go to the beach. When we live next to the beach, people, if you don't go in a vehicle and drive into another parish, it doesn't mean that you didn't go to the beach. So, yes, so what we have to do is just stay focused on our goals. Stay focused on the things that are important to us and take some time out for you. When you take that time out for you, it will help you to realign yourself. It will shift focus. If you were strained, then you can come back in line. You can. So you want to stay connected to a source that's going to pull you out of the direction you are not to go in. And we have CRP Film saying hello, shout out to you, Harbar. Okay, thank you all for being here with us. We're going to be closing off this live now, and I just want to say peace. Peace, love, and unity to you all. Any closing words?
Just want to ask you as we close, who are you connected to? What are your connections doing for you? How connected are you to you? How are you moving yourself forward? And how is your connection to the source God? That's all from me. Food for thought, as we said before. Just something to think about, but not just think. There are some of us that need to get out of thought mode and act, because it's your time. It's your time to move forward. It's your time to shine. Very happy to have been here this evening.
Aww, you should be special too. She treated you, didn't she? Yes, she did treat us. Thank you so much. I think I skip one comment. CRP Films said hello. Shout out to you at Aunt Katie and Hendrix. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Do have yourself a blessed one. All right. Enjoy your evening. Bye.